Hi. In this tutorial, we will explore backups and restores in Percona Everest. We have created 3 different databases and will now set up backups. Let's open the edit page of our MySQL database. In the third step of creating and editing the database, we can enable scheduled backups. However, we need storage for backups. This can be an Amazon S3 bucket or an Amazon S3 compatible bucket, such as min.io. I needed to create an Amazon S3 bucket and an IAM user with an API key with access to the S3 bucket. There is a separate tutorial on how to do this if you have difficulties. To create a backup storage, you need to provide a name, description, and select namespaces in which it will be available. Bucket name, region, and URL depend on the bucket you created. Access key and secret key from your Amazon IAM user. Click Add. Now we can configure scheduled backups. Settings are available for hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly backups. I chose the daily backups option. We can also enable point-in-time recovery. This is a very cool feature. Regardless of your scheduled backup settings, you will be able to do a restore to a selected point in time. Let's skip the next steps and save our configuration changes. Now we open the Settings section and verify that our backup storage appears there. I add another S3 bucket using the Settings section for the third namespace. Just to check that it really works. Besides, we don't have backup storage for development namespace where PostgreSQL database is created. Now let's look at the second way of configuring backups. In the list of databases, select PostgreSQL and open the Backups tab. The Create Backup button allows us to make a manual backup or set up a scheduled backup. I create one scheduled backup. And start a manual backup. Alright, the backup has started. Let's go back to the database list and consolidate the material. We configure backups for the MongoDB database. Let's open the Edit page and go to the step of configuring backups. We see a Physical Backups option coming soon for MongoDB. With Postgres, we used storage named West, and since MongoDB is in a different namespace, it has a different storage, East. We also enable point-in-time recovery. For a change, let's enable external access, so we can connect to the database using MongoDB Compass, import the data, and experiment with it. Monitoring is coming up in the next video. So, we have configured backups for all 3 databases. Now let's explore the database restore features. We have manually created a backup for PostgreSQL. Let's open the PostgreSQL page and the Backups tab. We can see that the backup is successful and check the Action menu. We can restore the current database or create a new database using this backup. I choose to create a new database. As a result, I see the familiar interface of creating a database. I can reconfigure the number of nodes and allocated resources and other settings such as backups and monitoring left by default. I speed up the video when the database is created. Let's check the database deletion. Protection against accidental deletion is present. This is a good thing. The database has been deleted. We will explore the additional features of scheduled backups now. Let's open MongoDB and backup settings. We already have one scheduled backup. We can create several more scheduled backups with different periods or to different storages. For example, I created hourly, daily, and monthly backups. Nice. Some time has passed, and now I suggest checking out the Recovery from Point in Time recovery feature. We enabled this feature for MySQL. In the Action menu, select Create Database from Backup. In the pop-up window, select from a point in time. We can select the date and time and click Create. We see the familiar interface of creating a database. We don't want to stop and skip on that. We also had hourly backups configured for MySQL. Let's open the Backup tab and see how it looks like after creating a backup. We see a successful backup with a name starting with the word cron. We can also delete a backup using the Action menu. Backup deleted. That's all for now. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next lesson.